Hello, friends. It's been about just over 2 weeks. I looked at the numbers. We're not quite at 2.5, but we're nearly there. It's been about 2 weeks since we checked in on the worms. And if you recall, we added water, we added paper, trying to mitigate a couple problems all at once, especially the flies. And I don't see any flies initially coming out, which I'm really excited about. I have been checking the drip that we put underneath here to see if any of the extra water dripped out. And maybe it's just so dry here in Colorado, it evaporated before I caught it. But I don't even see any watermarks in the container, which makes me think it didn't drip through. So, pretty excited about that. You can see there's a little bit of mold on the paper, which makes me think the moisture levels are decent, even though they don't really feel wet. But that's okay. But this is all that paper that we added to kind of shut the flies situation down. I don't want that. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there are a few flies there. Not a ton, not like last time where they just billowed out. And before I even dig deeper into this, I can already tell there's a certain level of moisture and dampness to this. But after I recorded the garden tour, what was that, like a week or two ago, and we were looking at the compost piles, it had occurred to me that maybe the same problems that I'm having in the compost out there, where it's just dry, so it's not breaking down, it's not getting that heat up and going in the hot composters outside. Maybe that's part of the problem in here. So I really want to be mindful of keeping an eye on the moisture out here, because I think that's a big difference that I'm not really taking into account, having gone from Florida vermicomposting and composting to Colorado. Very different, very different. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see if we zoom. You know what? Let's just take the camera off and you can come and see. I don't know if you can tell, but there's condensation on our thermometer here. Oh, it's in the thermometer. Interesting. Okay. Well, awkward because I don't really know what that temperature is, so we're going to have to go look that up. But I don't think we're really in a state of concern here, but that's also, if that's, did that make some of it come up a little bit? Yeah, okay, now we're starting to be able to see it. What do you guys think that says? This looks like 20, 40, 60, so that's probably 70 degrees. Okay, 70 degrees, perfect. Now this is that original feeding from God knows how long ago at this point. Yeah, we're definitely getting some flies in here. You know what, I'm going to put you guys back up so I can get into this easier. So this was that small feeding we did at the very beginning, the first feeding, that we had so many problems with. Let's see. There's obviously still some level of food scrap in here. There's like maybe a worm or two in here, definitely not a ton of them. They haven't really broken through the other side. So I'm thinking, oh, I see a little bit of movement down here, so I don't want to interrupt them at all. The moisture levels do feel a bit more prominent, if that makes sense. I'm a little, so look, the flies are the flies. We're going to do our best with them. But I'm a little worried that we haven't fed them anything at all besides that. And they clearly didn't eat it. I know they have bedding and other stuff in here, but I don't want to add to the moisture levels again just so soon, because I think it's still kind of regulating. But I do have a plan. I have everybody's favorite spinach that went bad. There's, I don't know, this much in here, not a ton, but enough. It smells. For all I know, there's probably already flies in it, because I let it sit out on the counter for a day or two. But I'm going to try just dumping this in there. And normally I don't like to just dump the food in until we have a better system and I know how quickly they're processing. But obviously spinach breaks down really fast. It's already breaking down and it won't last too long. It's not going to be something like the cauliflower broccoli problem where they stink. It won't go as quickly as, just opening that up. It won't go as quickly as maybe strawberries or something like that, but we'll be able to tell pretty quickly where it's at, and it's going to wilt down and compress. So we're going to put that there, see if they want any part of that. We'll put this food back on top, and you know, the flies, there's not too many of them, so I'm not super worried about them still, but we will proceed as if we're trying to manage the flies. And so we're gonna put this more tightly knit, or tightly folded more on top. And then all of these that I think are still making a difference here. Perfect. That looks good. We have our extra thick piece that's going to go on top. So, kind of a feeding, I guess. Doesn't really feel like a feeding compared to what we were giving them as meals back in Florida, but you know, that's why we're starting to learning in new environments or something like that. All right, friends, we're going to let our worms get back to work. We're going to check on them probably in another week or two. We'll see how the weather's going. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and fingers crossed your worms are feeling better than mine. Okay, friends, bye.